a star among thorns. Nana had never seen a school like St. Mary's Girls' Secondary School. It wasn't just the tallest building in the area, it was a place that sparkled with dreams. The elegant, cream-colored walls reflected the morning sun, and the arched entrance welcomed girls dressed in crisp white shirts tucked into navy blue skirts, red ribbons tied neatly around their collars. The school compound smelled of fresh-cut grass and flowers, and fountains gushed in front of the administrative block like something out of a fairy tale. Nana had passed her common entrance exam with one of the highest scores in her district. She didn't even believe it until her uncle grunted and handed her the admission letter with a half shrug. It was the kind of school children from rich homes went to. That first morning, as she stood at the school gate, her eyes filled with wonder. This place felt different. The smell of hope. It felt like safety. And for the first time in a long time, Nana smiled. Daily battles. Her mornings were a war. She woke up at 4:30 a.m. every day. Not because she wanted to, but because if she didn't, trouble would find her. Nana swept the entire house and yard, scrubbed the soot off the old kerosene stove, washed plates, and fetched water. Then she would bathe Sam, iron his school uniform, brush his hair carefully, and pack his books. She made sure he was clean and neat, because if anything went wrong at his school, it would be her fault. Only after seeing Sam off to school would she quickly dress, grab her bag, and run the long distance to St. Mary's. Every morning, she arrived tired, but as soon as she passed through the gates, her shoulders lifted. School was her escape, a place of her own. In class, Nana came alive. Her voice grew stronger, her hands steadier. Her result wasn't really from honest to threered, but she was trying in her class. Teachers liked her, not just for her brilliance, but for how respectful and attentive she was. She joined the literary and debating club, the choir, and the health and hygiene group. She could speak in front of a crowd without shaking. Her confidence shocked even herself. Her eyes would light up during biology lessons. She read storybooks like they were letters from the future. Nana made 4 friends. Stephanie, the dramatic storyteller who could make anyone laugh. Linda, the calm one with a deep love for novels. Rebecca, the top of the class with glasses and a sharp tongue. And Magdalene, who had the voice of an angel and a notebook filled with poems. The 5 of them were inseparable. They laughed during lunch. They helped each other during group labor, shared secrets under mango trees during break, and sang together during choir rehearsals. For once, Nana felt so happy. But the bell always rang. School closed at 4, ZROP M, and by 4:20, Nana was walking home. Every step was heavy. At home, it was the same pattern. Either she met cold leftover food or nothing at all. She would ask Sam if he had eaten. Not yet, he'd sometimes whisper, eyes lowered. If there was food, she gave him her portion. Then she'd help him with his assignments, spellings, numbers, before attempting to do her own homework. She spread her books on the table, pulled out her mathematical set, ruler, and pens. But no sooner had she opened her exercise book than she'd hear, "Nana, come wash the back veranda. Nana, go and scrub the bathroom. Nana, you think because you go to that your big school, you're now mad?" Sometimes she had done those chores before school. It didn't matter. They always found a reason to pull her away from her books. It was like they hated seeing her study, hated seeing her dream. So she rushed, scrubbed fast, did everything quickly just so she could get back to her books. And if she didn't finish, she'd wake up at midnight when everyone slept light her touch and read in silence, tears of fatigue silently running down her cheeks. Because school was her only light. The accusation. It was a Friday. School had closed, and Nana was humming quietly to herself as she entered the compound. Her books were held close to her chest, and her mind was filled with the joy she had in school today. But something was off. Her cousins were sitting in a circle in the compound, some standing. James, her eldest cousin, stood up. "Nana, sit down." "Good afternoon, brother," she sighed. "Money is missing," he said. 1,000 naira. We searched everywhere." "I didn't take it," she said immediately. "We'll find out," James said, pulling out a spinning bottle cap. "If this faces you when it stops, it means you took the money." "Okay," she said. Nana sat slowly. James spun the bottle cap on the floor. It whirled and spun. Slow, slow, then slower until it stopped. Pointing at her, the room went quiet. No, I didn't take anything," she cried. "You can search all my things. I've never touched anyone's money." They did. She opened her box, pulled out her clothes, her notebooks, her pencil case. They ransacked everything. Then someone asked for the clothes she wore the day before. She then brought out her pink top and jeans. They dug into the pocket. A crumpled 1 naira note fell out. The room exploded. "I told you. She's a thief. She's been forming saint all this while." Nana stood there, frozen. No, I didn't put that there. I don't even know how it got there. You have to believe me. Please." But no one did. Even Sam stood in a corner, his small hands over his mouth, his shoulders trembling with sobs. That night, Nana couldn't eat, couldn't read, couldn't pray. She just lay in bed, staring at the ceiling, hot tears soaking her pillow. They had taken everything, but now they had taken her dignity. Trapped in silence. Holidays became a distant dream for Nana and Sam. Months passed, and they remained at their uncle's house, caught in the same draining routine. While their classmates packed their bags to reunite with their families, Nana and Sam stayed behind, sweeping floors, washing clothes, weeding grasses, hawking kunu and masa, and enduring endless accusations. Their parents did try to visit once in a while, but those moments were never enough. Their mom would hug them tightly, brush their hair gently, and force a smile that never reached her eyes. But the truth couldn't be hidden. She had rumors from neighbors, concerned whispers from kind-hearted people who had noticed how lean the children were becoming, how withdrawn, how lifeless. Still, any time she came, neither Nana nor Sam could find the courage to speak up. Fear had wrapped itself around their throats like chains. And so they just smiled, laughed when told to, and swallowed their pain like bitter pills. The world kept moving. Seasons passed. Nana was now in JSS 2 at St. Mary's Girls Secondary School. Sam was in Primary 6. Despite all the trauma she carried, Nana remained a beacon of excellence at school. Her neatness, intelligence, and sense of discipline made her stand out. She had learned to hide her wounds behind perfect exam scores and glowing teacher remarks. Every day began the same. Wake up, clean the house, get breakfast ready, bathe and dress Sam, pack his lunch if there was any. Even after the long school day, her responsibilities didn't end. Sometimes there was food at home, most times there wasn't. She'd ask Sam if he'd eaten. He'd sometimes nod. Other times, his silence was just enough. She'd help him with homework, begin her own assignments, only to be interrupted by calls to do chores again. Education was her only escape, and they wanted to clip her wings. So she'd rush through the work, her mind still back, with her half-done assignments, sneak in midnight reading sessions under dim light, and whisper quiet prayers that one day, God would deliver her and her brother, Stephanie, Linda, Rebecca, and Magdalene. Together, they joined clubs, sang in the choir, marched during sports parades, and ate together in the dining hall. Within those school walls, Nana had found her slice of heaven, or so she thought, until one morning shattered her illusion. She was getting ready for school when Auntie Favor, her much older cousin, called out, "Nana, come here." "Yes, Ma," Nana responded. "Go to my room and bring my black handbag." She did. "Open it." Nana hesitated. confused. "Ma?" I said, "Open it." Inside were 6 large green leaves. "Where's the N30 I brought home yesterday?" Auntie Favor's voice was sharp. "You replaced it with leaves, didn't you?" Nana blinked. "I don't know anything about the money." "Are you mad? It was in my bag last night. You took it and put leaves." "No, Ma." I swear her voice cracked. "I didn't take it. God knows I didn't." But nothing she said mattered. That morning, she left the house late and in tears. As she walked to school, she felt the world pressing down on her shoulders. She looked to the sky and whispered, "Why me? Why always me? What did I ever do wrong?" She arrived at school late and was punished, forced to kneel for 15 minutes. Later, during English class, the door creaked open. The principal, Madam Sarah, stepped in. The student stood. "Good afternoon, Ma." She walked past the teacher and came straight to Nana's desk. "Come." Nana's heart sank. Whispers erupted behind her as she followed Madam Sarah. In the hallway, the principal leaned down and whispered, "Where's the money you took from your auntie's bag?" Nana's chest tightened. "Ma, I didn't take any money." "Nana," she said gently, "just give me the money. I'll give it back to her. No one else needs to know." "But Ma, I didn't take it." "Let's go to my office." And there she was. Auntie Favor, arms folded, eyes full of accusation. "You better confess now," she snapped. "Return my money." "I didn't take it," Nana cried. "God is my witness. I don't train thieves in this school," the principal snapped. "If you don't bring the money, I'll call your father." "Call him," Nana said softly, through tears, "because God will fight for me. May he keep you alive to see that I'm not what you think." She walked out of the office with tears blinding her. From that day, something changed. Nana became a ghost of herself. She no longer spoke much. She no longer smiled. At lunch, she stared at her plate, untouched. Her friends noticed. "Nana, what's wrong?" "Nothing." "You're lying." One day, on the way to lunch, a teacher stopped her. "Come here." She entered the teacher's quarters. "So you're the thief they're talking about?" "Ma, I'm not." Slap. Slap. "You lie again and I'll deal with you. We don't breed criminals here." Nana walked out in silence. Her cheek burned. Stephanie saw her. "What happened?" she asked. "Nothing," Nana replied, eyes filled with tears. Later, she told her friends everything. Stephanie hugged her and cried too. "I believe you," she whispered. "I've never touched anything that isn't mine," Nana sobbed. "My mummy is a nurse and a businesswoman. There's always money in her room, everywhere in the room." But her last words before we left for this house were, "Even if hunger will kill you, let it. But don't touch what doesn't belong to you. I can't forget it. I can never." Even school, her only safe place, was now haunted by false labels. Then came the breaking point. It was a Saturday. Nana had finished her hawking and chores. She was helping Sam with his homework when they heard a loud bam. Sam's clothes had been dumped on the floor. Kelvin, one of their cousins, was told to take Sam into his room since they were all boys. Kelvin refused that Sam should keep being in Nana and his sister's room. They kept moving his things back and forth like it meant nothing. Nana had had enough. "Why are you playing with his things like that? He's a human being too." Her uncle happened to be around. He came out, furious. "What's going on?" Nana told him. And for the first time in a long while, he shouted at Kelvin and the others. "Carry those clothes to your room and stop this madness." That night, Nana held Sam close and prayed silently. "God, we're still alive. That's enough for now." Then something beautiful happened. They went home for the holidays. Their mom screamed in joy when she saw them. She danced. She cooked. She cried. For the first time in years, they had enough time to talk. They told her everything. She was devastated. She swore never to send them back. Their father was quiet, ashamed, maybe even guilty. Then a new plan was born. Sam would be moving to St. Peter's Secondary School, a boarding school where he would be safe and far from their uncle's family. And as for Nana, her strength wasn't gone, not yet, and the next chapter of her life was just about to begin. To be continued. Stay tuned for the next episode of the heartbreaking story of two siblings abandoned and abused by their uncle's family. Will Nana ever find justice? Will their parents finally take them away for good? Find out in the next part.